Good morning, students. This is Umesh Yadav from Modern Prince School, Taranagar. Today, in the meantime of lockdown because of COVID-19, we have started our efforts to make all the students to get good education. In the same reference, I am going to teach you one very essential topic for you that is very important and unavoidable to know each and every one, that is tense. Tense, T-E-N-S-E, tense. Everybody knows. Okay. From tense. Tense is a basic element of English language, not only for English language but it is also for the literature. English literature and language both depend on tense. In English language, we know what is the literal meaning of tense. Tense, when we say the tense means time. Tense, when we define this word, the tense has come from Latin word tempus. Tempus. Latin word is a tempus, and from that language the tense has been taken. So tense has been derived from Latin language word tempus, and tempus means time. This time has been classified or categorized or segmented into three parts. Everybody knows. We are beginning from very initial stage, and later on we will come to the toughest stage. So we must know the basic things. So when we define the time is declined word of verb. It means when we use a time, the time is used for doing the action, and this action is being done in three categories, in the three part of time. So we can say number one, this time is defined as a present time. Second one is past time, and third one is future time. Okay, future time. It is nothing, it is a basically, okay. So tense has been taken from word tempus. This is a Latin language, and tempus means time. This time has been classified into three parts: present time, past time, and future time. Once again, each and every tense categorized into four parts. Number one, indefinite, that is not definite. Number two, continuous. Number one is indefinite, indefinite, and number two, continuous. Number three, perfect, and number four, perfect continuous. These are basic part: indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Today we are taking present indefinite. Present indefinite, suppose that we are taking plural subject. Present indefinite, plural subject. Plural subject means I also is considered as a plural subject, then we, then you, and then they, then common plural noun like boys. If I use I go to school, it means I go to school. In the same time, we can say we go to school. Then you go to school. We have they go to school. Boys go to school. Now you can see, students, I always take plural verb, we always take plural verb, you always take plural verb, they always take plural verb, and boys, it means this is a common plural noun. Here can be people, any kind of anyone, that is plural common noun. I go to school, we go to school, you go to school, they go to school, boys go to school. So all these sentences are written in present indefinite. It means they show the habitual work that is being done by us or by each and every one in the present time. Suppose that whatever, when we try to change all these sentences into negative, then what will happen? So subject, now we can say, what will be the rule? What will be the rule? Plural subject, PS means plural subject plus plural verb. Plural subject plus plural verb. Plural subject I have written already to you, like I, we, you, and they, and common plural noun, CPN. CPN means common plural noun. All these words always take plural verb, and when we say the verbs are always in plural manner, when we use them with them as or es, they become singular. So this topic is clear. Some basic other sentences, like suppose that if I write I go to school by bus. Here this is the subject, this is the main verb, preposition, and this is the noun. Okay, when we try to change this into negative, then it will be I do not go to school. I do not go to school. This is a negative form. When we want to change this sentence into interrogative, that what will happen? We have to put this do in the first of the sentence. Do I go to school? Do I go to school? And also put the question mark. Then interrogative negative, how it will be? Do I not go to school? Do I not go to school? Then we can say, we also write this, don't I go to school? Don't I go to school? In the contact form, don't, do not, don't I go to school. We can also say like this. Why do, using the WH word, why do I go to school? Why do I go to school? And why do I not go to school? Now you can see here, these are basic 6 sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences. The I go to school, here you can also here use we go to school, we do not go to school, do we go to school, do we not go to school? Why do we go to school? Why do we not go to school? So these are some basic sentences. That means here also you can use here they also. They can be used here. They go to school. They do not go to school. Do they go to school? Do they not go to school? Why do they go to school? Why do they not go to school? Okay. Whatever, when we take the words, suppose that we have taken words he or she or it or singular common noun. When we take he, when we use the he, she, it and singular common noun as a subject, then what will happen? You can see here, if I say he go to school, this is a singular, and what about this word? This is a plural. He is a singular and go is a plural. So what should we do? We have to use es. Whenever we get o in the last of a verb, in the main verb, then we have to use the es. So it will be correct, will be goes. He goes to school. He goes to school. This is the affirmative. Okay. So he goes to school. This is the affirmative sentence. When we want to change it into the negative sentence, how can we? We should use, we should say, he does not go to school. He does not go to school. He goes to school. He does not go to school. He goes to school. He does not go to school. She goes to school. She does not go to school. In speaking, we say, he doesn't go to school, or he doesn't go to school, or she doesn't go to school, or it doesn't go to school, or singular common noun, boy doesn't go to school. To change it into the interrogative, to what should we do? Does must come, must be put in the first of the sentence. Let's see. Does he go to school? Does he go to school? Interrogative negative, what should we do? Does he not go to? Does he not go to school? Put the question mark. And why does he go to? Why does he go to school? WH, why does he not go to? Why does he not go to school? So dear students, you can see here, during this, whenever the subject is singular, we have to put only the singular verb. As you know, all the verbs are in plural form. Basically, primarily they are in plural form always. How can we say? Suppose that when we want to change them into singular, then we have to add es or ies or s with these verbs. Okay. So now we also can say, she goes to school, she does not go to school, does she go to school, does she not go to school, why does she go to school, why does she not go to school, it goes to school, it does not go to school, does it go to school, does it not go to school, why does it go to school, why does it not go to school. So it was the plural and singular subject. Now some basic things which is very compulsory to know to each and everyone to make more commands, having specific knowledge. in the language of English. Okay, so dear students, this video lecture is finished. In the next lecture, we will meet having a new topic for present continuous thinking. Subscribe our channel and share and be with us forever if you want to change yourself and if you want to run away this COVID-19 from this world, not only from India. So you must share this and be happy, be healthy and think positively about this country, about this world and be cosmopolitan. Thank you very much. Thank you.